Last time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes.
Special space pirates. Wait, what? The Ing are possessing the space pirates, aren't they? Okay. Oh, for goodness sake! But in this instance, you can use the bombs to destroy the last telluric alloy lens, and that will allow us to activate the portal to Dark Ether. I hope you're ready for this. We have already seen one of these back in episode 1. We know that the Ing were beyond that portal now. If we step outside, however, oh my goodness! But what's this? It's time then! Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. We're on episode 6 now, deeper within the confines of Dark Ether, as we proceed to find the Dark Ether Temple and retrieve the planetary energy as requested by the Luminoff for transfer back to Light Ether. We move on through here. Fortunately, this field here is being provided by something. Is there a light crystal around here or something? Because it doesn't look to be particularly obvious. Whatever, there's a light field here. You're safe from Dark Ether's atmosphere. You remember this corridor from Light Ether. We transfer into more. Oh, it's a bit different here. You can try and bomb jump this, but you will not gain enough height to reach that bomb slot there. That missile expansion you see down there, we cannot get this until much later on in the game, so unfortunately we'll have to bypass this. Also, there's technically something we don't have in our logbook here yet, but we are not in a position to be able to scan it. So without further ado, let's move forward and proceed onwards through this door. Make a beeline for this particular field. Make sure you're fully charged on energy for the fight ahead, because yes, believe it or not, we have a fight to do. Welcome to the third major boss battle in the game. This is the Jump Guardian. Space Jump powered Warrior Ing. Powerful metamorph with enhanced jump abilities, able to generate electric energy shockwaves and force fields. This Warrior Ing has absorbed the power of her space jump boots. It can leap incredible distances and heights, and uses its ability to great effect in battle. Targeting can generate powerful shockwaves of dark energy, and will sheath itself in a potent force field to protect itself. It cannot maintain the shield indefinitely. Concentrate weapon fire on it when the shield is down. So, this acts like the Warrior Ing we just fought in the last episode, but there's one significant difference. It jumps really, really high. Try and keep track of when it's moving. It can knock itself out of your weapon fire when it jumps. When it's doing this, be prepared to jump, because one of Retro Studios' favourite design decisions throughout all the Prime games, they love their shockwaves. Many of their enemies and bosses love to produce shockwaves, so if the Jump Guardian jumps on the ground, be prepared to dodge it. Dodge from left to right to try to avoid it. You may end up finding yourself going out in the force field on some occasions. Try to stay within the force field where possible. Jump to avoid the shockwave. Unfortunately, without the space jump boots, we do not have sufficient means of avoiding shockwaves well enough. So it's a bit harder than it would otherwise be, but it's still very doable. And that's all there is really to this boss battle at the moment. It's a relatively simple fight. I want to make sure we're constantly applying pressure to this thing. I want to... well, that's annoying. Use a missile there. We've got a bunch of missiles now, so perhaps you can be a bit more lax in unloading them on this thing. Prepare to jump. There we go, that's... Oh, I thought we probably avoided that thing there. That's a bit unfortunate. I'm getting pushed out of the crystal here. Fortunately, we've got the 2 energy tanks, so it's not as bad as it could have been. See, missiles are doing a fair amount of damage. Yeah, it's got a relatively simple pattern here, so not too much of a problematic boss, but watch your health, make sure you're inside the container, because you do not have the combat room you might think you have. Unloading of missiles, and it's... As I say, at this point in the game, you do not have very many weapon options, so it's not much I can say about trying to tackle bosses when you don't have that many options. Of course, you do have bombs now, which you can use in the morph ball, but I would not recommend it for this boss fight. And now you can see that the Ing is not necessarily is jumping rather more erratically. This is going to make it much harder to hit, and it's also jumping on the ground. So be prepared. Watch where it lands. If it doesn't jump up there, then if it doesn't land on here, then you have to be really careful where it is. I think this shield is recovering our health, so we've taken a lot of damage, but it's not as much to kill us because of this force field, which can be one of the advantages of boss battles on Dark Ether as opposed to Light Ether. You don't take as much damage because you always have the opportunity to heal yourself in the force field. And this jump guardian is very nearly down. Just apply constant pressure to it. It's just being so erratic, he really doesn't want to die now. We need to take this thing out as soon as possible. But getting that last pit is proving problematic, and he's whirring all around us here. Come on. The odds are very much in our favour. I'd be very surprised if we can't beat this. And that's it! The Jump Guardian has been defeated. And with that, the Bomb Guardian gave us back our bombs, so the Jump Guardian naturally gives us back the Space Jump Boots. It also drops a load of health. Not that we really needed it in the end because we were able to stay inside, but the extra missiles are helpful. But more importantly, we have acquired the Space Jump Boots, and we now, when in midair, we can do an additional jump. This is going to make traversal and the areas we can go to a whole lot more. So much room as shortcuts have been opened to us, now we have the Space Jump Boots. It's going to make a considerable difference, as I will proceed to show you. As you can see, the door back to where we came from has opened up, but more importantly, we have new ways to go. What we want to do is to travel up this way. And now we have the Space Jump Boots, we can make this gap. Very important to note. We can go through there, that'll take us back towards the portal, but we don't want to go there yet. We are after the Dark Temple after all. And we know from the layout on the Light World that it's up ahead. Now that you have the Space Jump Boots, you may have to approach platforming somewhat differently because there's a lot more routes you could take that you couldn't before. We've got a green door over there. We have never seen one of those before. So I wanted to check out that door and see what exactly it says about it, because it may be important later on. We've also got another one of those dark doors which we can't do anything about. Oh hey, this thing is the same height but it's jumpable by the Space Jump Boots. I think we may want to consider that for future exploration. There's a blast shield on this door blocking access. Analysis indicate the blast shield is invulnerable to most weapons. A super missile blast may challenge it. There are super missiles in this game. Thanks for telling us. Right, I've taken quite a bit of damage from the atmosphere, so I'm going to wait a bit and heal up, and afterwards we will proceed over this direction where you can see a missile door. Okay, let's proceed onwards. Go through this area and open this blast shield with the missile door on it. Let's go on ahead. We defeated the Jump Guardian. Very clearly the Guardian that was preventing us from getting to the temple. Now we go through here. Just check if there is anything new that we need to scan. Nope. Let's go ahead then. Let's go and enter the Dark Temple and proceed to the chamber. Right, I wonder what kind of boss we're going to have to face. What's this? Security system initiated. All locks are active. 3 keys are required to access the temple. They are scattered throughout the Dark Aegon Wastes. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to get through this place to the other side now. It seems we need to go on a key hunt in order to get through here, so this is unfortunately going to scamper our progress towards our end goal, but we can come back through here once that's finished. Also, something is there very clearly, so that is clearly the true Temple Guardian boss. There's no door on that side, but there is a door to the left, so that's a bit of a difference between Light Ether and Dark Ether. If we roll through here, this is doing quite a bit of damage to us. I don't think we should be going this way. Yeah, clearly not really ideal for Luminoth or any light denizens. Only Dark Ether permitted that way. So if we go through this way, there is a beacon here which we can use to heal ourselves somewhat, but I don't necessarily feel we need a huge amount of health to proceed. If we go down this way, we can't do anything there. That is not bombable like it is in the light world. Now, if we open this door, we have an item to collect here. This is the Dark Aegon Temple key, so one of 3 needs to open the Dark Aegon Temple. They want you to retrieve the 3 keys, but it was right next to the temple in the first place. So we're on a bit of a key hunt now. We need to find where the other 2 keys are, but we don't have really much to go on. I think the only thing we can do really is go back to the light world. So, without further ado, let's go back to the light world. I'll see you when we reach a new path that we can take. Okay, so we're back in the Jump Guardian's boss room. Just doing some extra health along the way. We want to go through this way, which you may remember was a route that led to, which is how we got to the portal in the light world in the first place. There's a light flyer here, which we have already scanned in Aegon Temple, and in the dark world they produce light fields when they're destroyed, so this is actually extremely helpful. Unlike the dark world, there's no cool kinetic orb cannon puzzle here, so it's just a case of proceeding through here and being very careful about your health. Health pickup's always nice to have. If we go through here, we're now back in the portal chamber. I think it's about time we try and get out of this place. Been here way too long. We've done what we can in Dark Ether. Unfortunately, we could not get into the temple, but I think there's probably an alternative objective we have. I'm going to make my way back to the save points. We will end the episode there and discuss what to do next. We can now space jump up this route, scan the portal, and get out of this hellhole. And we are now back in the light world. And hey, the gate that we opened in the Dark Ether is now open in Light Ether. We can proceed through this area. Oh yes! I think I know where we should be going now. The Galactic Federation came down to chase the space pirates. In lack of any clues to where the keys are, we should probably think about to try to stop the space pirates. So yes, this is going to be our new objective. We are going to try and find where the space pirates are based and take them down. Finish what the Galactic Federation started and finish our ultimate objective. We're in a new room here now. Security gate is locked in place, gate is controlled by bomb slot device. Well, it's a good thing we have bombs now, isn't it? This opens the path forward. And hey! Well, you know, it's a good thing we came this direction. When the remake cooperates, we have a missile expansion. Go through this door, we're now on the other side of that place where the sound flyers were. This is why I didn't recommend you go down this route the first time around, because you will not be able to get fully through, because one, the dimensional gate wouldn't have allowed you to, and two, that particular blockage would stop you from coming so far this way. We have some important things to scan here. This is a blue root tree, highly poisonous platform. Durable tree with venomous leaves found on several worlds and desert climate zones. The blue root tree is common on worlds of desert regions. While an elegant and attractive plant, the tree's leaves are highly toxic. Few species can ingest the leaves and live. Many of them, such as space pirates, consider the deadly blue root leaf a delicacy. I'll test that toxic theory. Ooh! Well, it's not damaging us, but it's making the whole vision blurry. So I think I'm sorry for anyone at home who may be put off by such colouring, but hey, this is what this game is like. I'm going to transform into a morph ball, roll all the way down here, and arrive right back at the save point. So, if we have a look at our map for a moment, we are currently at this point. Nothing we can do about this point here until much later on in the game. We cannot go through there because that was where the door was originally. So, like I said, if we have a look at our map, the only places we have not been yet is through this way. And if you remember properly, we couldn't get up at that point because we didn't have the space jumps. Now we have the space jump boots. I bet you that the Space Pirates base is hiding behind that route. Next time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we're going to take down some space pirates. See you guys next time.